The vertebral column is also known as the backbone or the spine. Here we will always think that this part is the head and this is the tail part or the bottom part of a body. So, if this is the spinal cord of an individual, it is placed in such a way that head is lying towards the cervical end and sacrum or coccyx is the last portion or the tail portion of the individual. This entire structure is a curved vertical rod which is around 70 centimeter long. The middle of it is made up of 33 movable articulated ring-like bones. If you see the structure of each of the bone, it is quite different, but ultimately they are circular, or you can think of them to be a ring-like structure. The hollow part, hollow white core, which you can see, which I'm going to mark, these are the places or the sites where the bone marrow is present. And the importance of this entire structure is that it is making 33 number, or it is made up of 33 number of vertebra. Singular form, it is vertebra. And why the human beings are called vertebrates? It is because of the presence of this vertebral column containing the cartilaginous substance within it, or the entire vertebra is actually made up of these bones which are quite cartilaginous in nature, as because they are providing flexibility to the individual's body. Now we will be discussing about each of the bones. The first one is the cervical vertebra, and it consists of seven number of vertebra. See this structure. Cervical, the number of bones or vertebra which are there in cervical vertebra are seven number, out of which two are very important. The first bone is known as atlas, which is also commonly known as the yes bone. The reason why it is called a yes bone is when we nod our head to yes, it is because of the movement of the atlas. Similarly, the second bone, the function is different for it. The second bone out of these seven cervical vertebra is the axis, and it is commonly known as the no bone. The reason why it is called a no bone is again the same. You think, how do you say a no without speaking? You nod your head from left to right, and that is known as the no bone, and that activity is conducted because of the no bone. So these two bones are important along with the rest entire set of bones. All these bones which are present at the top area, they are quite wide. If you can see this structure over here, it is quite understandable that it is more of a globular kind of bone and has smaller size, whereas each of the vertebra which are present, the seven number of vertebra, they are quite small in size as compared to the rest vertebra. It is because of our neck region. Our neck is present in that area, and that's why it is having these kind of small narrow bones within itself. Okay, the next set of bones, they are the thoracic bones. These thoracic bones are 12 in number. So 12 number of bones make up the thoracic vertebra, and they provide articulation to the ribs as specif- as special facets for the movement. Okay, so the thoracic portion is made up of 12 number of bones. That is the most important part. The next, if you see the structure also, that is also important, we should see. In the thoracic bone, the size of the bone is increasing. The size of the circular cavity is also increased, as well as the structure is increased. You can see this odontoid process. This structure, it is increased from the previous one, and it is going on increasing. This has a special name. We will study in details about all of it later on, but for time being, just see the difference. This is the body of the bone, and it is increasing its size as we are moving from the from the head towards the tail part of an individual. And what is the function of thoracic vertebra? To protect the ribs, okay, or to provide shape to the ribs. Third category is of lumbar vertebra. They are five in number. Five are lumbar vertebra, and they are located in the abdomen region. Okay, they form the neural spine. Like spinal processes are there in case of this lumbar part of vertebra. Because what is spinous process? See, this area is known as spinous process. These three areas, they form spine kind of outgrowth, and that is known as the spinous processes, which are formed as we move towards the lumbar part of the vertebra. Next is sacrum part. Now sacrum is made up of five number of, or sacral part is made up of five number of vertebra which are placed in the pelvis region. These are all fused as single bone in childhood, and that's why it is from the childhood only it gets fused, and that's why it is called a sacrum in the adults. In the initial stage, when a child is born, during that time there are five number of bones, and they were called as sacral, five number of sacral vertebra, but later on they all fuse together to form the sacrum. And the tail part, the coccygeal vertebra, it consists of four. Again, I should mark, sacrum consists of five number of vertebra, coccyx consists of four number of vertebra, and it is the vestigial part which consists of the tailbone and is curved and triangular at the end one. End portion, you can see it is a triangular course. So this is about all the different types of vertebra which are present in the human beings, and what are the functions of each of the vertebra. That is quite important. We have to remember that what are the total number of vertebra which are present in order to form each of the bones. Like cervical vertebra, there are seven number of bones, out of which two were important, atlas and axis, which you could have thought of. Next, thoracic vertebra consists of 12 number of bones, lumbar consists of 5 number of bones, sacrum also consists of 5 number of bones, but all of them they are fused together. Coccygia or coccygeal vertebra, it consists of 4 number of bones, all of them are again fused together. The function of the vertebral column, or the function of the entire vertebra, is first of all to support the head. Head is quite heavy as compared to the rest part of the body, and it has to be taken care of, or it is to be fixed over our with the help of our neck to our shoulder. Shoulder and lower part of our body has a particular stature, but if you think about your brain, it is quite heavy and it is being held by just this neck. So that is done only with the help of this vertebra or vertebral column. It also strengthens the neck in the upright posture while we are standing or we are walking. Otherwise, the head is so heavy, it is around 1.5 kgs in weight. So, head should be bended down, or it will, our body won't be able to take up that weight. Only because of the vertebral column, it is capable of taking up that high weight of our brain. Next is it's also helpful in supporting the ribs. We have already discussed about the thoracic vertebra. It is helping in supporting the ribs. So in that way, it's important. It protects the spinal cord. Spinal cord is a collection of various neurons. Neurons, you all are aware, they are the main units for conduction of electrical impulses in our body. They all are held together in the vertebral column inside this spinal cord. Spinal cord helps in conduction of any kind of activity. The reflexes which we have, suddenly if someone pricks your hand, you remove you back your hand from there, or if you touch something which is spinous or is hurting you, or you touch a hot um, saucepan which is having presence of water within it, hot water, you will revert back your hand. If you touch a hot iron, your hands will automatically revert back. The reason for that is the presence of reflex action within our body, and that is all controlled with the help of the spinal cord or the vertebral column, which is containing the spinal cord. It also provides flexibility to the base, the head part of our body. Even the rigidity of our entire body is maintained because of the presence of this entire vertebral column. So these are some of the important points regarding the vertebral column. We should study about all the vertebra, or different types of vertebra which are present, how many number of vertebra are present in each of the category, like how many are vertebra are makes up the cervical, thoracic, lumbar, cog, coxi- coccygeal, as well as sacral type of vertebra. How many number of bones are there, that is to be learned. What are the functions of each of the bone, what is the shape of each of the bone. These all are the things which are to be kept in mind. And collectively, what is the function of the vertebral column, that is also to be kept in mind while discussing about it.